TV, oyona anye agbona anye agbona anye agbona anye agbona Dokolo abala TV anenya Dokolo abala TV anenya Dokolo abala TV anenya Dokolo abala TV anenya.
I am not surprised my child is here today. Enam has always been that child in her own world. If one now ma wonkunamu ma biana rokinya times over makafu ma vie onye nyere amaka emanya nyenya jogba la TV ya oyona nye agbona jogba la TV onye nyatefe ye agba ye va.
Come off from my mind, cause I won't be sound. I don't wanna get a bipolar disorder. This type of drug, if I don't quit, I will be hurt. I just wanna put all of my shit together. Sometimes I love you, sometimes I hate you, sometimes I'm sad and sometimes I'm happy. I gotta love you. I just love you. Sometimes I love you, sometimes I hate you, sometimes I'm sad and sometimes I'm happy. I gotta love you. I just love you.
Welcome everybody to New World Nomads monthly event here with NFT Oasis. New World Nomad is an audio, visual, immersive experience that takes you through DJ sets, media screening, creative meditations, guest Q&A sessions, in such an intimate atmosphere here at NFT Oasis. New World Nomads is a mixed media exhibition series featuring international artists, musicians, and filmmakers, amplifying multicultural collaboration, creative conversation, and conscious creativity. Each month, New World Nomad is here to highlight a unique, diverse selection of creators who embody courage, purpose, and vision for exploring the new world of NFT and all things metaverse. So stick with us, make sure you're tuned in. Thank you to all of our amazing platforms who get to share this connectivity and immersive experiences. So we'll get started shortly. Now, enjoy.
Sometimes I'm sad and sometimes I'm happy. I gotta love you.
This world looks so amazing, guys. Thank you so much again for just everything and creating such a home to your collective manifestation that is New World Nomads.
Thank you for your amazing sunglasses. They're giving me so much life.
Yes, make sure before the event starts to go ahead. The jewelry is provided by Artsy. She's a amazing world builder and designer here in NFT Oasis. So there's a jewelry station back there for you guys to make sure you get all jeweled out.
What? Oh, I think we might have to go there.
Yeah, and we'll take the camera so they can see us.
Hey, to anybody who is wandering around, just know that we will start very soon. We'll have some screenings, a bunch of different programming coming to you. Right now, just enjoy, feel free to wander, streaming through to a few different platforms if you're with us in all the different spaces and places. Welcome. now we're listening to the Weaver EP by NM. We're gonna see a debut video from her coming up in a bit too.
I want your love, only you, only you. One more night, I mean like Shayo, bring me down to my level, make you no stop. Don't stop, take it easy, don't stop. I mean like Shayo, bring me down to my level, make you no stop. Don't stop, take it easy, don't stop. The way you do me make a loco, the way you do me make a loco. Take it easy, make a no go. Take it easy, make a no go. The way you do me make a loco, the way you do me make a loco. Your finger licking make a loco. Take it easy, make a no go. Don't go, one stay, one more night. I want your love, only you, only you. One more night. I woulda kakula ba malo, I woulda kakula ba malo, I woulda kakunye tonya, I woulda kakunye tonya, I woulda kakula ba malo, I woulda kakula ba malo, I woulda kakunye tonya, I woulda kakunye tonya. One more night. I woulda kakunye tonya. I want your love, your love, want your love, one more night. I woulda kakunye tonya. The way you do me make a loco.
Well, hello. We are slowly going to get started here. I know some people might still trickle in. A lot of people are on the IG, YouTube, Discord stream. But we do want to just really begin. Greg, do you want to introduce us today?
Sure. We are New World Nomads. I want to thank you guys for coming through and being here. Thank Jenny for giving us a little intro earlier. My name is Segnon. I'm a co-founder along with TIHANE over here to my left. And they gave you guys kind of a little bit description of New World Nomads. We host these monthly events in the metaverse. And this month we're going to be featuring a lot of artists from all over the world, including NM, whose music was just playing from Ghana, Ahmed, Accra Art Week, and some of our work as well from me and TIHANE, who I'll pass to as well to introduce herself.
Yes, thank you. My name is TIHANE. Like Sag said, we are New World Nomads, so we are really expansive and exploratory collective. We create our own art as well as curate artists. We know artists all over the world, and we're really passionate about creating a bridge between what's called Web 2, meaning the internet world that we live in now, and Web 3, which is the internet world that we are moving into that so many of us don't know certains about. Very, very exciting and also sometimes scary and a lot of barriers to entry. So we like to make it as accessible and relatable and as intimate as possible for people, especially artists, to come and share their creations and also connect creatively. So today we have a lot of art from Ghana, which is very exciting for us. Enam, who is the artist that you just heard, is from Ghana, and we are also featuring Accra Art Week, which is Ghana's leading art platform, which I believe will very soon be the next version of, our Art Basel, our kind of South by Southwest festivals that have this immersive mixed media experience. They are a few years now into their incredible work that they do, showcasing and highlighting artists' traditional art, as well as now digital art and getting into NFTs and Web3 as well. So we have been collaborating on some things with them today. One of the projects which you will see, which are these beautiful cards over here from a beautiful deck of cards that they have created in collaboration with an artist that they commissioned. So we'll be getting to that next, and we will also be able to walk around and see a little bit more, and you'll hear more about that. But for right now, I want to start off with Enam. Enam just released her debut EP called Weava. This is the artwork here. And there's a video that has not yet been fully seen by anybody. So we actually get to be the first people that are seeing the full version of this video. She's only released the trailer. It's a beautiful video. And then we'll hear a little bit from her directly. She made a video for us so that we can hear a little bit about the inspiration behind it and her as an artist.
Dogolo, 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 abele TV anenya. Dogolo, 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 abele TV anenya.
Surprised my child is here today. Enam has always been that child in her own world. Ipan wana wana nkua ma wonkuna mu ma biana rokinya times over makafu ma vie onye nyare amaka emanya nyenya jogba la TV oyona
that was so
beautiful. Truly one of the most emotional songs and videos. I love it so much, down all to my soul. So next, this is Enam now, sharing a little bit about that video.
Hi, I'm Enam Keteku Angela. Stage name is Enam, or you can call me Weava. I'm a musician and I make Afro-spiritual music. Afro-spiritual music is influenced by the Hajigodushis of the Yahweh Shrine. This is because I started my musical journey from the shrine. My approach to music is quite simple. I lay true feelings naked on beat as they may come undiluted, as whispered by my musical spirit. Back in my village, I was called Weava. Weava means 12. I was born with 12 toes, unlike the regular 10 toes. And I decided to name my debut EP after this because this 12 toes was like a spark of my life that actually drew my attention to making music and being a musician. This EP consists of 6 tracks. I plan to release this EP quite earlier than I did. Along the line, I lost all the files, yes, to theft. So it put me in a really dark space, really down moment. I had to really go back and I had to make this whole project again. But I think I love the experience and it really shaped the whole EP into the form that it really needed. And I think if I had dropped it earlier, I wouldn't have gotten it the way it was supposed to be or it sounds now. So, I mean, this really inspired me and this serves as a lesson to me, and it makes me feel like whenever you lose something, don't let it put you down, but just capitalize on that energy and even make something crazier. Viever's music video was shot in Achiepa village. Yes, that's where I grew up, and everything you see in the video is real life. The women of the Elway traditional area, the Amegashis of Elway, and the goddess of tender, all of the people you see, even the whole setting, you see my family, that's my family house, that is the house I actually grew up in, and everything you see is just the life I had in the village before I came to the city. And that was so beautiful, and it gives me so much energy because I can relate, and it takes me back to my powerful days when I could actually communicate with nature and see real things and feel real things. Afro spiritual music is here to comfort, to inspire, and to heal the people.
Amazing.
Wow, that was
So
so
as
beautiful.
you heard,
Yeah, super dope.
and I'm talking about she grew up in that shrine, and that's her actual family home that she grew up in. I actually got to go there with her when I was in Ghana last and experience all of it. So my heart is, I'm like, I always tear up whenever I hear that song because we were in the room together with like a bunch of her aunties and her mom and everyone while we were just recording it, like in the middle of the night, in her village. So it was so powerful, and it's beautiful to see this gorgeous piece of artwork now that exists. And I'm such an amazing artist, and I hope that everybody keeps an eye out for her. So coming up next, we want to share some wonderful work from Accra Art Week. We're going to start with the actual art project that we're highlighting at this event. And then we also want to share a little bit about Accra Art Week as a whole in terms of what they're doing as they're moving into the VR Web3 space as well, taking some gallery spaces that are infamous and notorious as traditional art galleries and starting to create them as availability in VR and digital settings. So first, we're going to hear about the card deck that was created today, the Ashanti card deck. So if everyone wants to look at these two, there's 2 cards on the right and 2 cards on the left, and we'll go wander around to them, and you can meander while you listen to my voice and while we play a little bit of the video. There's an entire deck, an entire playing card deck. It's inspired by the Adinkra symbols and other imagery, Ghanaian culture, and essentially taking a traditional playing card deck, but it's now infused with all of this gorgeous symbolism and imagery. So you'll see some of that imagery in this video, as well as hear from the artist that was commissioned by Accra Art Week who created the card deck. And then we'll also get to hear a little bit from the creator of Accra Art Week while we look at some of the VR gallery. So let's start with visuals on the card deck.
The process of making this card, it was to use some of our cultural symbols, like the Adinkra symbols, to modify what is already on the playing cards to fit that. So basically what I mean is that we took some of the Adinkra symbols and we tried to modify it to look like some of the signs on the playing card. So like maybe like diamond, there was an Adinkra symbol in there. I think you get all of those images, like how we did it, to be sent to you guys in there. So we try to modify the Adinkra symbols to look like some of the signs on the playing cards. And also we try to use we replace the king and the queen and the jack and the joker with our king, queens, and jack, and the rest. So yeah, basically that was the process of it. Okay, so the takeaway from the playing cards is that we want to show you how rich our culture is. We want to show you how talented our people are, and we want to show you that how innovative actually we also are, and also invite you to Ghana. It should entice you to come to Ghana to also experience it yourself here.
Yeah. So I just think that card deck is absolutely gorgeous, and it's going to be available as an NFT draw. We'll be having more information shared around all of that soon. The artist itself, we wish so much that the artist could be here. He's super fascinating. As you can hear in the audio, he managed to just give us a little bit of background story on the cards just from his car. So he made us a little video because he couldn't meet us in world. But after we watch some of this VR gallery, we also will get to see something else that the artist does, which is really cool. He does like 3D renders that are inspired by his interest in architecture. And he did one recently of a beautiful, really well-known monument in Jamestown in Accra. But for now, what we want to do again, because bridging all the technological divides, is we have the voice of Accra Art Week's creator, Edwin, on a voice note that Segnon is going to play. And at the same time, we are going to watch some of these visuals from one of their latest gallery projects. So I'm going to play this, and Segnon, if you have that voice note queued up, we'll do our technological mashup over here.
Yes, go for it.
Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining us. I just wanted to say a few words on behalf of Accra Art Week. First of all, thank you to TIHANE and Segnon, and thank you to the NFT Oasis for hosting us. We're very excited to be part of this live event, and we're really looking forward to exploring the possibilities in this partnership. So first, the Accra Art Week is an annual event that takes place in the city of Accra, as the name suggests. And the goal is really to foster collaboration, partnership, and also to be able to showcase the best of Accra's art scene. So everything from gallery visits, studio visits, shows, one of the things that you would expect at Accra Art Week. Now this year, the theme for Accra Art Week is shaping the narrative. And we say shaping the narrative because we feel that it's about time that we take ownership of the way that our stories are told. And in recognition of that, we have a prolific artist by the name KWARTEI QUARTEY, who we commissioned to create the Asante playing cards. The playing cards are simply a universal way of us acknowledging our traditional heritage, that being especially the Akan chieftaincy and kingship that has been in existence for hundreds of years. Now, the symbols that have been chosen to represent each suit are embedded in the Edinkra symbol language, right? And it's basically just re-envisioning the European or most commonly used French suit cards in an African context. Right? That is not to say that it's cultural appropriation, but it's simply a mirror and a representation of what we all know, but just taking inspiration from history and from African culture to show that these are things that we have always had. It may not have been represented in a card form, We have hat kings, we have hat queens, we do have a jack, who is known as the chairman, which is the traditional spokesperson of the chief. Right, so these are all things that are in existence. We have an issue of Wakanda, right? These are actual, characters and actual titles, actual roles, actual people that have played an important place, an important role in our society for centuries and for generations. So in this clip, you will also see examples of virtual reality experience captured last year during Accra Art Week. And you'll see that we have had the opportunity to document different exhibition spaces where you'll see paintings, sculptures, antiques, as well as digital art. So thank you very much for your time. Let's have a good event. Cheers, guys. And hopefully we'll see you soon in Accra. Bye for now.
So
Thank you for
inspiring.
that, Segnon. So
Yeah.
yes, again, as you heard him mention the artist that they commissioned for the card deck, that's the artist who also created this render right here. The reason why we felt it was really important to share it as well is, first of all, this lighthouse you'll see everywhere in Jamestown, which is one of the most potent historical and significant places in Accra to visit. But also because it's very, very important for us to make sure that people understand just how much talent and skill and craft is coming out of somewhere like Ghana. I mean, it's unbelievable. I think a lot of people don't realize as well that if you look at the world's an NFT Oasis that seem completely leading edge, there's so many designers and artists that have influenced this space that also come from these parts of the world. So it's really important for us that we destroy and burn down any notion or illusion that people have that there is not an incredible amount of craft and talent and skill and cultural nuance that's being brought to our whole world, but also now to our digital world and our Web3 world. So let us please not make the mistake that we've made with our world thus far and think that our world, especially in Web3, is not being influenced by these people, even if sometimes because of the technological barriers or access barrier entries, they can't show up in these spaces. So,
Thank you so much.
I think that briefly, yes, thank you. I think briefly we can hop around to just look at the cards in person. I know some of you have done that, but I want to do that in this space. And then we'll loop back around to see something from Segnon. I love these cards so much. I think that the king is my favorite in the deck. I love the jokers too, which we'll go look at over there, but I think, do you have a favorite, Segnon?
I love the king. I'm a big fan of the king as
No,
well. The
I
king and the
know.
queens are my
I
favorite.
know the king and the queens are so good. There's just something about the mirror imagery. It's just so good.
And I love the
Yeah,
colors. It's really
I
vibrant.
do too. It's beautiful. I know, and I love the diamonds. It's just heavily Adinkra, sort of like interlaced, which is amazing. All of them are, but it's beautiful. Yeah, I love it. Okay, let's see. I want to go see the Joker in the chat. So I've heard that we have jewelry back here, random pit stop. Um, there's some artsy made jewelry, which is amazing. How does one wear this? How does this happen?
Just click on
Do I
them.
click on it? Well, obviously. I don't know why I always have a clicking issue.
Oh, whoa, this is so
So you
cool.
usually see two circles.
I
That's
see
how
one
you
circle.
indicate that you're clicking on it.
Why? I'm clicking all the buttons on my remote right now.
Just make sure that you're exactly over.
It
And
feels like
then
I'm completely over it. I don't know why. This is definitely like a clicking thing that I have. Damn. Okay, maybe jewelry is later for me. Someone needs to wear this gorgeous neck piece.
yes.
Someone else can because
What
I
button do you
truly
push
can't.
to try it on?
So
So
on your right controller, Okay, do you see a little circle that's hovering over the item?
Mm-hmm.
You have
See
sunglasses on? Oh, you did it.
I got them on?
Yeah.
There
Oh,
you
I
go.
did it too. Thank goodness.
You got to
Oh,
look in the
I feel
mirror.
better
fire.
about myself. Wait, I need to take a photo of us in
Nice.
this mirror right now. It's too good.
Hold on, wait. I want to try on different glasses. Wait.
Oh, my controller just. No, I think my controller just. It either froze or went dead. What's happening?
You guys look
I'm iced
fabulous.
out.
Thank
I
you.
think I'm genuinely iced out. This says controller not connected. Oh, like this. The best might be on you, bro. Hmm.
This mirror is so cool.
I know.
Yeah,
Segnon,
right?
can you take a photo of us? Because I have no controller.
Let me see what I can do.
All right, we just needed a little bit of a pit stop to break up all of the deep, intense art. We like to try to keep it a little bit unserious in here and to create some relief from the big, weird world.
Here, I'll take a picture too. 3,
Yes,
2,
look at you learning what
1.
to do.
Yay.
Amazing. Okay, beautiful. I can't move, so
awesome.
I'm gonna exit out and then come back in. But Seg, do you want to walk them over to the Joker and the Jack and then
Yeah.
head
Yeah.
back?
Follow me, guys.
Okay.
These are also super dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
And
jack
do you
is
guys have any
crazy.
information about when the deck comes out and how people can purchase them?
I believe that these will be available. Like, so these are going to be transferred into NFTs. So they're going to convert the actual individual images. I think they're going to use just the face cards to start to mint as NFTs was the plan. But we don't have a rollout date yet for the NFTs.
Amazing. And people could
And the
just
cards
check
will be
in with
available at Accra
New
Art
World
Week.
Nomads for any links.
Yeah.
I'm in Mercury retrograde Ray over here.
I was just about to say.
I can't even
Luckily, it's the
exit
tail
my
end.
headset. So what I think I'm gonna do is Seg, if you want to hang out by the stage, I can at least still play videos, I think. So let's see if
Okay.
that still works. So
Yeah,
if you guys want
let's
to
go
head
for it.
back to the main stage, then I will
Yeah, you
play
guys
your
can
visual
follow
next
me.
if you want to introduce that.
Awesome.
I'm kind of getting the hang of this whole flying thing now.
Getting used to it now, huh?
Nomad.
Yeah.
You got your little spawn item too?
Yeah.
Some swag there with the glasses
Yeah.
and bling.
Right.
And
I'm
for those
iced
of you who
out.
don't know, Aham is another feature artist here today with New World Nomads, and we will be hearing more about their work in a little bit. I was
Yes.
so
I
glad to have
believe
you.
that we're queued up now. So before go ahead and play this visual, this is a song that I created. So I produced this record, wrote it, and then created the visuals for it. I called it Redesign to Read the Signs. And the concept behind it is basically if you want to like upgrade and change your life and manifest whatever it is you like to desire, you've got to like be very conscious and see the signs that are out there, manifest what you actually want, but be aware when there's signs that are kind of pushing you in the right direction. So I've been kind of feeling a lot of that lately and wanted to make a visual that kind of represented that. So I used a lot of different kind of still images that I overlaid on each other that kind of focus on like a lot of like outer space, but also kind of like meditative, like symbols and images to kind of get you in that space of like, I don't know, reimagining and thinking like very, very like beyond your own world. So that's what I was thinking when I put together the visuals.
Lifestyle, 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 lifestyle. Lifestyle, 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 lifestyle. Lifestyle superstars. Moonlight shooting stars. redefine, trying to ease your mind, trying to ease your mind, trying to ease your mind. Gotta read the signs, gotta read the signs, gotta read the signs, gotta read the signs, trying to redefine, gotta read the signs, gotta read the signs, you gotta read the signs, you gotta read the signs. What you tell them? What you say? Honestly, my rebuttal, it wouldn't be subtle. They about as deep as a puddle. I'm saying, come chill with me in the ocean to get a couple emotions and we can move in slow motion. I'm saying, lifestyle, 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 shooting stars. Lifestyle, 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 living life. Gotta read the signs, gotta read the signs, gotta redefine. Trying to ease your mind, trying to ease your mind. Gotta ease it, baby. Gotta read the signs, gotta read the signs, gotta read the signs, gotta read the signs. Trying to redefine, try to read the signs, gotta read the signs, you gotta read the signs, you gotta read. And I'm an anomaly sometimes, From 3D I climb to 5D, my mind's on repeat. Sometimes I can't be defined. I gotta read the signs, I gotta redesign. I gotta see what's mine, I gotta breathe sometimes. Gotta breathe my mind, gotta ease my mind. On my knees sometimes, all I need is time. Was knee deep in grief, so please, please don't tell me that I don't need you.
Woo.
Flames, that was so dope, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was
Appreciate
amazing. Love that.
Yeah. And how can everyone find you on social?
Exactly. Yes. How can
I'm on
people
I'm on
find you?
IG, Segnon TV, and on Twitter is Segnon, Segnon.
Yes.
And for
Great. And I
anybody
have
that's
shared their handles on our Instagram live.
Amazing. Thank you. For anybody that's interested in NFTs too, Seg is also, he exists in that realm and world. So if you want to reach out to him, you can find his work. Has that been minted? Will that be minted?
That will be minted in the future. Has not been minted yet.
Okay. Cool. Super cool.
You guys got a sneak preview.
Yes. I love that you shared that, because something that's really important for us as New World Nomads too is that Segnon and I are really big fans of sharing things that are sort of like art in progress. We feel like so much of the traditional art world has been platforming artists in this need for, we have to be perfect, we have to be sewed up, all of our edges have to be polished. And while we of course appreciate the beauty of master craftsmanship and quality and refined art, it's also really important that artists have spaces to be able to workshop things, share things when they're in the midst of being created. And we feel like Web3 is such an incredible place where, yes, you can auction off art at high value that is beautifully finished and complete. Also, there's a really deep appreciation for art that is in the midst of being created. So we always want to make sure at our events and spaces that we have a mixture of art that is in its final stages as well as in its sort of creation stages. So mine particularly today is definitely a intimate pop-up stage of something. I was invited to play some live music by a UK magazine called Stamp the Wax and Worldwide FM. And the DJ, Mia Zapora, who invited me to do it, is a good friend of mine. And her and I always talk about vulnerability in art. So I shared super vulnerably. I played my acoustic ukulele and I'm playing a song that is unfinished. And then I speak a little bit in the end about a personal relationship experience that I had just in the attempt to really be in that vulnerable, open-hearted art creation space. I'll play a little bit of this and then I'll cut off. It's a full live set, so I won't play the full set, but here's a little bit of it now. Oh, it's strange. I don't know why the audio is doing this. This is new.
Just retrograde things.
Yeah, no, it's actually, this might need to be a skip because this is not how the audio was playing before. What? Where is it? Okay, guys, I think we need to do a quick out. I'm gonna reset my headset finally, just because, especially before Ahmed's set. I want to make sure that we have real life audio. But speak amongst yourselves, tell campfire stories, tell jokes. I'll see you as soon as I can.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go get
Segnon,
some
give
more
us a
bling,
cool
actually.
little fireworks show.
Oh yeah, there are fireworks here. So if you guys want to mess around with some fireworks, you can follow me You can fly all the way to the boats. So if you want to leave and fly to the boats, there's one boat that's got a bunch of fireworks. I believe it's over here. Yeah, box full of fireworks.
Yes, only in the metaverse, guys.
And they're very, very fun to shoot off.
A quick intermission to blow up some fireworks. Up into the rainbow. Into this full moon.
Yeah, you got one. There you go. How cool is that?
Right, it's so dope. I'm like very much nerding out at this whole experience.
It's very stress relieving for some reason. Shooting off fireworks.
Hey Segnon, catch. Good catch. I'm like in the boat.
Yeah, you're like actually in the boat.
Yeah, you're bringing immersive to a whole nother level. Yeah. Nice.
These stars are so cool.
Sound is
too.
right in
These
the middle
weren't
of the
in
rainbow.
Test.
Yeah, so we were able to kind of like, well, the stars are all built in here, but then there's some customization that we also did with these little like orbs that are floating out, which we were able to customize for the space. Thank you, NFT Oasis.
Yeah, no, these are.
Thank you, New
this
World
is so dope,
Nomads.
man.
A beautiful intermission. And then I can play some cool tunes.
Yeah.
I'm still like so impressed with the fact that you could just like look around. Like, as simple as that might seem.
Yeah, no, it still is. Every single time I'm in here, I'm still kind of blown away.
Right.
That looks really cool. Bro, now we're going crazy with the fireworks now. Little fireworks show.
A little metaverse.
I love those visuals, Jenny.
DJ set is provided by our co-founder Jesse Nolan, an amazing artist, DJ, overall human. Amazing fireworks provided by our amazing surprises like world builder, metaverse enthusiast Mira, who just provides so much vibe all over our world. So would definitely love to shout them out every opportunity I get.
Nice. Ahmed, I think you had a question. I think your speaker's not amplified. So let me like actually I'll just go ahead and amplify you right now.
What's your question?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
I was saying, Jenny, is this you on the NFT Oasis cam?
Yes, it is me. I have 2 avatars going on right now, so.
Oh, well, it's nice to meet you in the. It's crazy how we met in Web 2 and Web 3 first.
Yes, and now I'm coming on with my avatar. Super nice to meet you. Giving the crowd, just people streaming in right now, tuning in on our streams, a nice little intermission fireworks show for everybody.
Yeah, this whole world is so cool. It's like I just think about
Thank
like
you.
concerts. Think about like concerts going forward, and like I know there already have been like shows and festivals that have been done, but I just think that it's so cool how we're still so early in this like whole technology era, and it's you can already see um how scalable it's gonna be.
Yeah, we just had an amazing event with Autograph in a world we debuted specifically for concerts. When Archie and the rest of the design team came to the table and showed this event, we knew that that was going to be such an amazing space for events. And we have these other worlds that are more intimate, like this one, where we can really showcase a lot of art around the world and have the opportunity to, bring in artists like yourself to talk about their music. So, yeah, these abilities to be pioneers in something so revolutionary has been such an honor, and to be able to tap into communities like the one we're all in with me, World Nomads, and other organizations. It's just been such an amazing way to amplify connectivity and accessibility.
No, big facts. Where's the emoji? There we go. Bam. Bam. No, that's so true though. Like, look at this. This looks crazy.
Yes, those visuals.
Yeah. And it's like, what's so cool is this whole space, these worlds alone are art in themselves. So it's like art inside of art. It's trippy. The whole thing is a trip.
I'm so glad you were able to get on a headset because, to be honest, it's amazing being here in 2D with the screen, but when you're immersed in a headset, it's just such an experience that I wish headsets were a lot more accessible than they are, and maybe in the future they're going to be more accessible, and it's just an evolution that I'm very excited to see. I mean, there's talk about Google Glasses having some sort of like metaverse interference and capabilities. So just think about our phones and how they used to be bricks and now they're so skinny. And I just have so much hope and excitement for the future.
No,
Yeah,
likewise.
I think yeah, like accessibility is only going to get, it's only going to get cheaper. There's only going to be more and more companies that are making them, and that's only going to expand things, for the next couple of years.
Well, maybe we can jump again a little bit, and you can start talking to us a little bit briefly on your art. I know you're up next, and we're going to be streaming it in here in just a minute while we're waiting for TIHANE to come back. But why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, how you came into this role as an artist, as a creative, and what we can expect in the visual presentation that's coming up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, my name is Ahmed Kazmi. I go by Ahmed, and I have been into like music and like creating music since I was like a child. I think art and art was just art, music. It was creativity. It was just such a big part of my childhood, like, and I luckily was able to find like friends that are also like-minded in like high school, and like some of my closest friends to this day, like I've met in high school, and it was off like just being creative, whether it be like writing, making music, or visual arts. Like it was just something like that. My brother too, he's a visual artist, and like some of my like fondest memories of when I was a kid was like just like sharing music with him, and him sharing like graffiti and like different visuals that he was working on. But yeah, just like I think it was just always a part of my life, and it's always drawn me to different people that were also like-minded, and you can also like just kind of tell when somebody is creative and like involved in like some sort of creative facet. 'Cause I think just the language and the way they talk kind of like speaks for itself. But I was playing guitar and doing production for like most of my life, I think, all the way up until like 2017. And that's like around the time I graduated college too. I went to school in Maryland for software engineering. That's what I do now. And like, I'm not gonna lie, like after I graduated, I was kind of like, well, I guess I'm just gonna make beat tapes and stuff for the rest of my life. Like I'm not, like I didn't really have too much in mind for art. Like I knew I wasn't gonna like stop playing the guitar, stop making music. I guess I didn't see exactly where I would go, and I had just graduated, but then I started singing, and like it was an interesting thing to stumble on, because on like one hand I was like, okay, like this is amazing, like I'm so glad I've always wanted to sing. The fact that I like can now, or like have the confidence to at least like most of my piece and songwriting, like engineering, those things were kind of like all like everything kind of clicked. But it was also like kind of not disappointing, but it was interesting to me that like I never tried before. And I think the like thinking about that thought more is like I also like just being an artist in general, and like really deciding that that's what you want to do. Like I never made that choice, and every time I felt like I was like asking myself that question, if I really wanted to do this, I kind of was like hesitant or reluctant. And I think that's just like family background, like I'm Pakistani, and like, you know, art and, you know, music isn't necessarily a like champion thing. But so like in one sense I was like, okay, yeah, this is great. But on the other hand, I was like, damn, you like in a way you let like your own fear, essentially, that's what I kind of concluded on, was like it's like just fearing that, like fear of failure, or fear of like not being accepted, or fear of like, oh, your voice is whack, like even something as simple as that. Like I kind of let that be a controlling factor in like trying to sing. And like it's a small like item, I mean a small like idea, but I think when you expand it, you're like, I just started thinking about like how many other things I might like let stop me because of something like fear, and like how many other people like do the same thing. I think there's so many people that like, you know, they think about like, okay, when you were a kid, if you ask somebody like, when you were a kid, what is something you always wanted to do, they might say something completely different than what they're doing now. And like I just think fear is like a very strong factor in why a lot of people don't just try things. Like it's one thing to like not be able to get to a place where you want to because of something, because of circumstances, but it's another thing to not even try. And that's kind of like where I'm working on this EP for the winter, tentatively set for this winter. It's called Missing Things I Never Tried, and it like kind of plays on that idea of like that's the whole theme behind it, is like nostalgia and like childhood and stuff like that, but and also like kind of it's my way of telling myself that I'm conquering that fear and like committing to art and being like, okay, this is what I want to do for real, and like not being afraid to like say that, even though it's simple. I think I can't hear, somebody's talking.
Sorry, go ahead. I just said, yeah, overcoming the obstacles and expectations.
Yeah, no, exactly. But yeah, that's like the general idea, I think, is just having that mindset now, and it's helped a lot, I think. in just like my decision making and like making even the making of the music, like that process. Like I don't overthink things as much as I used to in terms of creating, because I've been making music my whole life, but like I haven't really put out as much music as I would have liked. Now I'm definitely trying to kind of set things off on a different foot. So yeah.
Well, we're super excited to have the kickoff be today, and you know where your career takes you as an artist who has done so much to overcome that within themselves and to, amidst everything, move forward with such a passion like yours. I wish you the best, and here at NFT Oasis, we're always rooting for you.
I appreciate that big time. Yeah. No, I'm happy to be here, and it's exciting to like seeing videos and art being displayed on these screens. Like it's just a really dope thing. I think.
Well, to segue with that, your song "Immigrant Parents," which is the video that you did a live stream of, an NFT drop recently. I want you to talk a little bit about that, about song and what the song's about, and you know, why you want to release that song first.
No, for sure. Excuse me. Coughing in the metaverse. I like covered my mouth just off instinct because I didn't want to cough on y'all. That COVID. But yeah, Immigrant Parents is like, so it's like definitely a very personal song. Like it's rooted in like kind of like a heavy circumstance. So like I've always, like before I started like really getting into songwriting, I didn't get into songwriting until I started singing. I just wrote a lot of poems. Like I just had like different scrambles of thoughts in my notes on like the iPhone notepad app. So I always used to write, and I wrote like if I was feeling happy, if I was feeling sad, whatever the circumstances might be. It's just a way to express. And Immigrant Parents, I actually like mindset I think behind that song, like, and it's like its title, the title of the song is like I think it's very clear, like it's as to what it might be about. But it's just it's really just a thank you and an ode to like my parents and like the struggles of an immigrant parent in general. And the way I kind of wrote it was like the lyrics are like describing somebody who's climbing a mountain, and they're just like describing different things around them that are like reasons to why they're like struggling to climb this mountain. Like some of the lyrics are smoke in the air, sunset on my lungs, dirt in my nails, heavy threaded sweaters, I still feel the weather. Like those kind of lyrics are just describing the mountain, but it's also like a metaphor for the like obstacles that immigrant parents had to climb and had to get through. And like my parents, I think about them all the time. Like I couldn't have lived their life. Like their life is just, it was so different. And I remember TIHANE was actually mentioning this in the last phase too. Is like, you know, that gratefulness also sometimes comes with a little bit of a burden, because you feel like, damn, I could never, like, you could never thank them really. So sometimes it like complicates your own life, finding that middle ground where you're able to thank them and then also live your own life. I think it's that's really what the song is about as well. It's just like an ode for them.
That's awesome, man. I know we're having a couple of technical difficulties with the screening right now. As far as the visual.
Yes.
So we're working on that in the background. I know Jenny is working diligently, as well as TIHANE, because I know she's had some issues as well.
Ahmed, is there another link you could provide us with? I know the link that you're sending us, and I can share that link. It's the APP402. That one's unfortunately not working. Is there any other media source where we can potentially grab this file?
I can really quickly upload it into like a Google Drive link if you want to do that. But it's not like, it's not on YouTube. Hold on, I'm gonna step out the metaverse real quick.
Okay, yeah. And then maybe we can play some amazing music by TIHANE, and then she can provide us some
I started
context.
walking and I immediately got disconnected.
No, all good.
No worries.
Yeah, let me go upload it real quick.
Okay.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And I'm going to be making my way over to the screen.
Yeah, we can head over there.
Some music, and I have it pulled up. I'll push it live right now.
She's poetry in motion, a beautiful sight to see. I get so excited.
Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us. As we're pioneering, we're definitely making sure that these experiences are curated for the future of
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E. Yeah. You know who's back up in this motherfucker. So blaze the weed up then. Blaze that shit up, nigga. Yeah. Sup, Snoop? Top dog, light 'em off, nigga, burn this shit up. DPGC, my nigga, turn that shit up. CPT, LBC, yeah, we hooking back up. And when they bang this in the club, baby, you got to get up. Thug niggas, drug dealers, yeah, they giving it up. Low life, yo life, boy, we living it up. Taking chances while we dancing in the party for show. Slip my hoe a 44 when she got in the back door. Bitches looking at me strange, but you know I don't care. Step up in this motherfucker just to swing in my hair. Bitch, quit talking, quit walk if you're down with the sick. Take a bullet with some dick and take this dope on this jet. Out of town, put it down for the father of rap. And if your ass get cracked, bitch, shut your trap. Come back, get back, that's the part of success. If you believe in the X, you'll be relieving the stress.
Come on. Sicker than your average. Papa twist cabbage off instinct. Niggas don't think shit stink. Pink Gators. My Detroit players. Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. Dead right. If the head right, Biggie there every night. Papa been smooth since days of under rules. Never lose. Never choose to. Bruise, cruise, who? Do something to us. Talk goes through us. Girls want to us. Wanna do us. Screw us. Who us? Yeah, Papa and Puff. Close like Starsky and Hutch. Stick to clutch. Yeah, I squeeze 3 at your cherry M3. Bang every MC easily. Recently, niggas frontin' ain't saying nothing, so I just speak my peace. Keep my peace. Cubans with the Jesus peace. With my peace. Packing, asking who want it. They got it, nigga flaunt it. That Brooklyn bullshit, we on it.
Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're
vulnerable and no bells and whistles. Because it's just how I've been feeling lately.
I don't
Nice.
Yes. So we have the beautiful TIHANE playing on the screen. So angelic, so angelic.
Amazing.
Such talent.
You could work hard and work hard and work hard and never get rich. You got to find your true fortune within. If you get lost, meet me down by the beach. Sunshine or rain, you know where I will be. Where you've been makes no difference to me. Yeah. If you get lost, you can swim to my beach. I'll bring the songs if you twist up the trees. Where you been makes no difference.
I'll tattoo your scars on my skin like art, baby. We are stars stuck in our own prison bars. Ride this way with me, it's our destiny. And when you roast at sea, you can call me home, honey. 'Cause we can work hard and work hard and work hard and never get rich. Got to find our true fortune within. If you get lost, meet me down by the beach. Sunshine or rain, you know where I will be. Where you've been makes no difference to me. Yeah. If you get lost, you can swim to my beach. I'll bring the songs if you twist up the trees. Where you've been makes no difference to me. Watchful eyes are watching me. I see them on the TV screen, evaluating everything, saying how I ought to be. I don't play that lottery, family over following. If you're with me, we go all the way. Think you seen the worst of me, ain't seen nothing yet. Why you trying to test me? Don't you know I never quit? Think you seen the best of me, but I ain't showing you shit. I am full of it, I am the infinite. If you get lost, meet me down by the beach. Sunshine or rain, you know where I will be. Where you been makes no difference to me. If you get lost, you can swim to my beach. I'll bring the songs if you twist up the trees. Where you been makes no difference to me. We both having the same dream, baby. Come find me. This next song I wrote as a dedication to the goddess Pele. She's a goddess from Hawaii. For the wars that we feel stuck in between men and women, and as a prayer that we can find some forgiveness and peace and coming together to be the world instead of feeling worlds apart.
Right, so I guess we're just waiting.
Fire you bring, Pele,
Megaphone. But I think we're just
for
waiting for
you I sing, Pele, Pele,
uploaded and
burned by your
Honey's
key,
having a little
Pele, Pele,
maybe after
Yes,
that
I will.
forgive my queen.
That's what we're gonna
Suddenly I can't sleep, wake up so hot. Suddenly I can't speak, my tongue so caught. Up and down. Suddenly I see memories and dreams. She messages me, slips in between my sheets, asking if I'll set her free. Pele, Pele, fire you bring. Pele, Pele, for you I sing. Pele, Pele, burned by your king. Pele, Pele, forgive my queen. Forgive him, my queen. Release him so you can be free. Forgive him, he knows not what he's done. He'll know once he's won at the cost of your love. My love ain't enough. Why you talk to me so rough? What you done, I forgive. Then you do them all again. Let you in, then you come and go. I like I ain't nothing much. Whoa, guess I gotta go. I loved you like home. I know that was my problem. I should be my own. Thank you, helped me solve them. Now I've grown so strong. Still wish we could get along. Pele, Pele, fire you bring. Pele, Pele, for you I sing. Pele, Pele, burned by your king. Pele, Pele, forgive my queen. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for this song to end. Yeah, let's make sure
So
Ahmed is.
before I was in Hawaii, I was in Ghana. I spent about half of my year there, and I miss it too. My life is a lot of missing of places and also loving the places that I am, and it inspires.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, TIHANE, for sharing your music and your passion with all of us here in the world and collectively with your community. Now we're going to thank you so much, everybody, for holding tight with us. We are going to be presenting Immigrant Parents. This is a beautiful creation. Let me just start streaming.
Thank you, Ahmed.
For sure. That song was
Thank you,
beautiful, by the way,
Segnon.
TIHANE.
Right?
I don't know if she's here.
She is in our live stream right now and sending so much love, so much love. But yes, let me make sure this is all set for
Set on my
you.
lungs, see dirt in my nails, moon shine.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get to this next one. It's called Immigrant Parents.
Can you guys all hear this?
Yeah, it's definitely a special one.
Just a second. Yes. All right. I don't know if you want to say a little bit of words before, or would you just want me to play it?
No, yeah, you can just run it. I was rapping earlier, so.
Yes, you were. All right, without further ado, here's the music. Emojis.
Smoke in the air, sun set on my lungs, see dirt in my nails, moon shine on my fingers. Some kind of sweet set upon my tongue, cause tea might leave my taste bitter, but it kept me warm during my winters. Heavy threaded sweaters, I still feel the weather. I might need a little ether. They say I won't feel it either. Every step I take is feeling rocky. I can feel my soul just torn to shreds. Try to rest, but all my days been copies, and my dreams just feel like they dead ends. Yeah, still I can't afford to bend. No, I need to keep ascending. The air is thin, I can't pretend. Same feelings, they not mending. See, each time I step forth, still feel so behind. If I don't know that I once fell, then it might just help me climb. Then it might just help me shine. Maybe this all just takes time. And I said smoke in the air, dirt on my face. Can't see the way, but been feeling like the world's coming down on me. But I could hold the weight for you. Been feeling like there ain't no place to stay, but I could hold a space for you. Been feeling like the world's coming down on me, but I could hold the weight for you. Been feeling like there ain't no place to stay, I could hold a space for you. Been feeling like the world's coming down on me, but I could hold the weight for you. Been feeling like there ain't no place to stay, but I could hold a space for you. Been feeling like the world's coming down on me, I could hold the weight for you. Been feeling like there ain't no place to stay, but I could hold a space for you.
Woo! That was amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Man,
glad
I
to have
can't get
the
these
metaverse
heart
debut.
emojis popping. Here we go.
There you go.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you so much. It's been such an honor to have your music come debut in here in our world. And we can't wait. Let's go ahead and tell the people when they can expect this, how they can purchase and support your overall goal and artiste as a musician.
No, for sure. Yeah, this is like an excerpt that I did for a live stream with the 402, and I literally just released it like I think a week ago or something like that. So it's available with the 402. So it can be purchased there, and I actually also have a full music video that I'm putting out very soon. It's still in the works. But I'm super excited with that. My brother shot it, and he's like a wizard with the visuals, with the camera. So yeah, that's coming soon too.
Great. And
But
where can
yeah,
the folks find you on social channels? One more time.
you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, at Ahmed X Kazmi. That's AHMEDXKAZMI. And this YouTube is the same as well.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Yeah, if you folks want to get NFTs as well, all that stuff is linked on your socials. So feel free to grab it there as well. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it.
Yes.
For
Well,
sure. Thank
you.
y'all. This
Seg,
has
if
been
you want
such
to
a
close this
cool.
out.
Yeah, thank you everyone for coming. We really appreciate it. We'll be doing these events monthly. So just look forward. If you haven't already followed World Nomads on Twitter, that's just the handle. It's New World Nomads, and we'll be sharing information on our next events as well. So feel free to stick around if you want to float around and grab some fireworks on the boat or hang around. Feel free to. We'll be wrapping up the event for this month. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Great. Thanks so much, everybody. Play some
Thank you,
jazzy
everyone.
tunes. Close us out.